In the lush green heart of the whispering jungle, where the air was filled with the sweet scent of mangoes and the chatter of friendly animals, there lived a young elephant named Ella. Ella was full of curiosity. Her big floppy ears always perked up to catch the latest gossip from the chirping birds and the giggles of the playful monkeys. She loved to trumpet joyfully as she splashed in the river, her laughter rippling through the jungle like sunshine on a warm day. But as cheerful as Ella was, she had one little flaw. She didn't always think about how her actions made others feel. Sometimes when she played, she would swing her long trunk a bit too wildly, knocking over the smaller animals. Other times, she would stomp her big feet in excitement, sending birds fluttering off with startled cries. One day, Ella's carefree antics upset her little friend, Pip the porcupine. Pip had spent the whole morning gathering shiny pebbles to build a tiny fort, but one playful bump from Ella's trunk sent his hard work scattering like confetti. Pip's quills bristled as tears welled up in his eyes. "Ella, you didn't even see what you did," Pip sniffled, his voice small and hurt. Ella's ears drooped as she watched Pip trudge away, leaving a trail of broken pebbles behind him. A pang of guilt tugged at her heart, but it was quickly washed away by confusion. "I didn't mean to make Pip sad," Ella mumbled to herself, "but why does he have to be so sensitive?" As Ella wandered deeper into the jungle, she found herself at the edge of a place she had never explored before, the Misty Grove. It was said to be a place where the air shimmered with secrets and where magic lingered, whispering in the wind. In the centre of the grove stood an old twisted tree with silvery leaves that caught the light like stars. Hanging from one of its branches was a mirror unlike any Ella had ever seen. Its frame was carved from ivory and gold, and its surface glimmered as if made from liquid moonlight. Intrigued, Ella approached the mirror and peered into it. Instead of her reflection, the mirror showed a scene. Pip, sitting by himself and sniffling softly as he tried to rebuild his pebble fort. Ella's eyes widened as she felt an odd warm sensation in her chest. It was as if she could feel Pip's sadness, as if it were her own. Before she could pull away, the mirror shifted, showing her another scene. This time it was her friend, Zara the zebra, who had been frightened away by Ella's thundering steps earlier that day. Zara's ears were pinned back as she stood nervously beside her mother, whispering about how Ella's games were always too wild. Ella stepped back, her heart thumping. "Is this how they feel because of me?" she whispered, eyes wide with realization. The mirror shimmered again, and a soft, melodic voice echoed from within it. "This is the empathy mirror, Ella. It shows not just what others see, but what they feel. To care for your friends, you must understand them." Ella's eyes filled with tears, and she touched her chest, feeling the ache that came with seeing her friend's sadness. She knew then that even though she never meant to upset anyone, her actions had real effects. "I want to make things right," Ella said, determination shining in her eyes. The mirror glowed with a warm golden light, and a path of silvery leaves formed beneath her feet, leading her back through the jungle. Following it, Ella soon found herself at Pip's pebble fort, where the little porcupine was still working, his quills drooping. Ella knelt down beside him, careful not to stir up any dust. "Pip, I'm so sorry for knocking over your fort earlier. I didn't think about how it would make you feel, but now I understand. Can I help you rebuild it?" Pip's eyes lit up and a small smile spread across his face. "Really, Ella? You mean it?" "Of course," Ella said, her voice full of warmth. As they worked together, Ella listened to Pip talk about the special pebbles he collected and why each one was important to him. The more she listened, the more she felt a bond growing between them, stronger than before. Later, Ella visited Zara and explained why she had always been so boisterous. Zara's eyes softened and she nodded. It's okay, Ella. I just didn't know you didn't mean to be so loud. I'm glad you're trying to understand. The next day, the animals of Whispering Jungle gathered for a big game. This time, Ella played with gentle steps and a watchful eye, making sure everyone was having fun. The jungle buzzed with laughter, and Ella's heart felt lighter than ever. That night, as the moon bathed the jungle in silvery light, Ella visited the misty grove once more. The empathy mirror glowed softly, showing her reflection at last, with a bright and joyful smile. The voice from the mirror spoke one last time. The voice from the mirror spoke one last time. True understanding lights up the heart, Ella. Now you see the magic in caring for others. Ella beamed, and with a final nod to the mirror, she trotted back to her friends, ready for more adventures filled with kindness and understanding. Empathy helps us understand how others feel, teaching us to be kind and considerate. When we take the time to see the world through someone else's eyes, our friendships grow stronger and our hearts fuller. The end. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting magical tales. Drop a message on the comments section we would like to read from you.